You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. So if you're the Washington Redskins fan, if you're a Bears fan, if you're a Patriots fan, you're going to want to pay particular attention to this. Now, all signs are starting to look like, per a report from Ian Rappaport, and we'll get to that the Bears are going to stay at number one and probably take Caleb Williams. Well, ex-NFL fullback, pretty damn good player, had over 5,000 total yards in the NFL and over 35 touchdowns. Merril Hoge, my God, you want to talk about a guy that can break down film along with somebody like Greg Cosell. And, of course, Hoge was part of the historically awesome, if you got up early on the weekends, NFL Matchup on ESPN was one of the best shows on how to dissect NFL film and actually be able to understand what it was you're looking at. So when somebody like Merril Hoge says that they have been watching tape of somebody and they don't like what they see, you better pay attention because the guy knows what he's doing. And to say he has offered a brutal evaluation of Caleb Williams is the understatement. Now, we all know Caleb Williams, a lot of people got questions about his mental makeup, mental toughness, his ability to handle things when things get ugly and things aren't going easy and you're not in college and you're not throwing to wide open college receivers that will probably get an NFL look as well. He doesn't handle things very well. We know against top 25 defenses, Caleb Williams was not good. And Merril Hoge sends a very, very harsh message here. He's not Patrick Mahomes. And if the Bears or any other team is taking this guy thinking they're getting Patrick Mahomes, they're wrong. And evidently, anybody even close to Patrick Mahomes. Let's get to Merril Hoge. Speaking with NBC Sports Chicago at Radio Row in Las Vegas, ex-NFL running back, he was a fullback, folks, and current NFL analyst Merril Hoge shared his disinterest in Caleb Williams' tape at USC. For reference, Hoge told NBC Sports Chicago he's only halfway through Williams' tape, but he hasn't seen anything special thus far. Woo-wee! Quote, one thing that is clear, he is not special. Wow, Hoge said. He's not something unique like Patrick Mahomes. And I hope the Bears don't think, well, let's try to make up for our mistake when we passed on Patrick Mahomes and go get Patrick Mahomes. The kid is not Patrick Mahomes. He ain't even remotely close to that. Wow. Wow. It's the great debate in Chicago sports in present day. Well, we've found out, and we'll get to it in a second, Bears need historic compensation for number one overall pick. I'm starting to think they're going to take this kid. I really do, and I've got serious doubts. With the number one overall pick in the draft, should the Bears use it on Williams or another quarterback or stick with Fields for a fourth year? Hoge says he hasn't watched any other quarterbacks in the draft yet, but definitely wouldn't select Caleb Williams. Wow. What is he seeing from the tape that's discouraging him from Williams' game? Quote, first of all, his ability to throw on the run is very disturbing, Hoge says. He's very inaccurate. It's all over the place. There's a ton of RPO, which nobody is going to RPO themselves to the Super Bowl in our league. You got to push the ball down the field. There are times when he does that. He doesn't play with a lot of anticipation because all of the clean pockets that exist for him. Guys, this is why I like big-time college quarterbacks that played at lesser schools, because life in their world is not nearly as perfect when they get on the field and they have to play somebody. Drake May, yeah, Power 5 school, North Carolina, but he's not playing with as much talent as a team like USC. We know that. The thing that's disturbing right now is his inability to be consistent on the move as a passer. And he's willing to do that a lot more than he has to. You don't have a choice in our league. I don't see anything magical with his arm. There's not enough there at this point to be like, we're getting rid of Justin Fields and bring this guy in who's never played in the National Football League and has to overcome all of those hurdles just to give us a chance to win. That is scathing. Scathing. Serious criticism for Williams. If anything, Williams is touted for his Mahomes-like abilities. Scouts and pundits around the league are certainly infatuated with his ability to make plays on the run and create accurate throws off platform. Merril Hoge isn't seeing it. Skeptics of Williams also point to the poor year he finished last season with USC. They went 8-5 with head-scratching losses to Notre Dame, Utah, and Washington. Even further, skeptics point to Williams' reaction to losing to Washington as he went to the stands to cry with his mother. Some take it as a positive to his competitiveness. Others use it as evidence of lack of character. Wow. So Hoge comes down here and says, you keep Justin Fields and build around him. This is interesting. So then enter in Ian Rappaport, okay? Because now the word is out. If you want to move up to 1, boy, you are going to have to give up the world to do it. Chicago would need a historic haul of draft picks and overall compensation to move off the first pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, sources say. In the words of one source, it would have to be, quote, crazy. That indicates the Bears, who received the pick in a mammoth trade last season, offseason with the Panthers, are more likely than not to make the pick and land a new franchise quarterback. USC star Caleb Williams is the number 1 pick on Daniel Jeremiah's top 50 list on NFL.com, and many evaluators around the NFL agree. Those who have scouted him view him as a special player, and his scouting picture is becoming clearer the more time teams spend on him. I have not heard, and guys, I need to look this up, but one of the guys that I would want to pay attention to, besides just Merril Hoge, and I've got a ton of respect for Merril, and just the fact that he's been around a lot of great evaluators of talent and people that can break down film, like Greg Cosell, who I think is the GOAT. I have not heard Greg Cosell's breakdown of Caleb Williams as of yet. But with Merril Hoge being that honest, that scathing, woo, if you give up the world to go get Caleb Williams, you may be disappointed. You may be disappointed. I've said, why isn't Jaden Daniels getting talked about a little bit more as the potential number 1 overall pick? I do wonder about that. And Hoge is telling you right here, if you think this kid's Patrick Mahomes or anything close to it, you're wrong. Wow. Wow. This is going to be interesting. And I can tell you, there's rumors that, look, the media has already started putting out the asking price for Justin Fields. And I think that is a move by the Bears front office to start getting it out there, the Steelers, the Raiders, the Falcons are going to be your three teams that I think could end up making a run at Justin Fields. Now, I'm not sold on Justin Fields either, okay? I mean, if I had a draft pick, it'd be Drake May or it'd be Jaden Daniels. Caleb Williams wouldn't probably – I would consider him, but he probably wouldn't be my pick. When you have so many ex-players come out and say that crap with him crying on the sidelines, he cannot lead alphas. And before anybody makes that a racial issue, it was two black players that said it, because I've seen people try to make the Caleb Williams thing racial. No, it was Robert Mathis and Amani Toomer, if I remember correctly, both Super Bowl winners, both black dudes, said no, he can't act that way and expect to lead an NFL huddle or lead a team. He will lose the locker room. When I heard that, I was like, you know what? I'm out on this guy. Wow. He is nothing special. Wow. That's crazy. Merril Hoge is not going to steer you wrong. Tell me what you think. Look, mental is as much as the physical in the NFL. Do not kid yourself. We saw Mac Jones melt down after having Nick Saban as his college coach. Basically Belichick light. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.